So hey my YouTubers and everyone in the world, today is June the 20th. The time is now 11:14 a.m. guys. It's going to be a beautiful Thursday all day. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bell so you can see more of me. Now today's topic is going to be 10 easy ways on how to overcome suicidal thoughts, and this is part 2. Okay? So yes, we're going to be discussing these easy ways on how to overcome having suicidal thoughts. Yes, it does take time, but it is extremely possible with patience and persistence. Now, the first easy tip on how to overcome suicidal thoughts, guys, is remove yourself from danger. If you know that you are in a situation at that point in time where you feel like your life is in danger or you might be able to harm yourself in some type of way, you gotta remove yourself from that situation as soon as possible, because that's gonna help to prevent you from having as many suicidal thoughts as you might be having. Now, the second easy tip on how to overcome having suicidal thoughts is to breathe slowly to help relax your muscles and your mind. You want to relax yourself as much as possible. Sometimes what makes people have these suicidal thoughts is different situations that may have happened to them in the past, or something bad that they may be experiencing today. But if you want to relax your mind, you just have to breathe slowly, relax yourself, and just take it easy. Remind yourself of the positive things that are going on in your life. Now, the third easy way on how to overcome having suicidal thoughts, guys, is refocus your mind towards something positive. Like I said before, if we sit there and we think about the positive things that are going on in our life, we won't have as much time to think about negative things and negative experiences. You gotta retrain your brain, because that's really what it's about. Those suicidal thoughts are things that are being created in your own mind. So at the end of the day, you want to rethink, start thinking about more positive things that will help you to have less suicidal thoughts than you've been having. Now, the fourth easy way on how to overcome having these suicidal thoughts, guys, is reach out for help. Speak to a counselor. Go to group counseling. You're not the only one that may be having these suicidal thoughts. There are plenty of other people out there experiencing the same thing you're experiencing, and some of them actually sadly succeeded with those suicidal thoughts. So we don't want you to be the next case. So when I say seek out for help, you can speak to a family member, you can speak to a friend, you can speak to your spouse, or if you want to, you can go to counseling. Don't be afraid to open up about these negative thoughts that you're having, because sometimes that's how we relieve ourselves of these negative thoughts. It's like cleansing your body of toxic waste. You want it out of your system. And to get it out of your system, you have to speak about it. And this is just a little word of advice from me. If you know what's creating those suicidal thoughts, whether it's certain people that's around you, maybe they may be suicidal and negative, maybe it's your living situation, your job, maybe it's your spouse, whatever may be causing these suicidal thoughts, it's very important that you change that situation in your life if you want these suicidal thoughts to stop. So like I said before, if you want to reach out to a counselor, I'll give you guys a thumbs up for that, and I'll also leave a number in the description down below that you can actually call to get some professional help. Or you could you could probably ask your doctor for certain medication that may help you with your depression, your anxiety that you may be experiencing. Or like I said before, seek group counseling, because sometimes hearing other people's stories of what they are experiencing may help you to overcome what you are experiencing. I'm telling you. Now, the fifth easy way to overcome having these suicidal thoughts, guys, is to remind yourself that you're in recovery. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves we're in recovery. This is part of the process. Sometimes you may have a thought or two every once in a while, and that is normal until you completely reinvent the way that you think. And then one day, before you know it, you will have so many positive thoughts. Being negative and having suicidal thoughts won't even cross your mind. So yes, it does take time. It takes patience. But remind yourself that you're in recovery. This way, you won't you won't be so mad at yourself when you have those negative thoughts. It's like, okay, this is the part of recovery. Every once in a while, you might experience that negative thought, but that is just a character building moment. That's a moment for you to say, okay, I'm thinking negative right now. Let me let me think more positive, and that's gonna help you to recover a lot faster. Now, the sixth easy way on how to overcome suicidal thoughts, guys, is create a list of positive things about yourself. I feel like this is definitely a plus and it's a thumbs up. When you sit there and you create a list of positive things about yourself, and then you're constantly, reading over these positive things. I am successful. I am smart. I am creative. I am unique. I am different. I am abundance. Like, that is a positive thing to do when you are recovering from these suicidal thoughts, because you're training yourself to be more positive. And the more you think about the positive things in your life, the less time you have to think about the negative thoughts. So yes, write a list of 10, 15, 20, or as many as you want, positive things about yourself. And when you feel yourself slipping into that depression or slipping into that suicidal, mood, you want to go back to those positive thoughts and think more positive, because that is the key to this. Like, it's all about what you put in your mind. So if you're thinking positive all the time, you don't have time to think negative. That's a thumbs up, guys. Try it. It works. Now, the seventh easy way on how to overcome having suicidal thoughts, guys, is avoid alcohol and drugs. I cannot stress this enough. A lot of times when people are feeling down and out and depressed, they have suicidal thoughts and they turn to alcohol and drugs to help them get through that moment. But that's all it's going to do. And now you're creating another problem, because now you have a habit that you have to keep up with. So yes, if you can avoid drinking, if you can avoid smoking weed, if you can avoid doing heavy drugs and popping e-pills and mollies and stuff like that, then I would say avoid it as much as possible, because that's not going to help your situation. In fact, when you are impaired, I feel like it actually makes you want to do something more vicious. It makes you want to act on what it is that you're thinking. So that's what I'm saying. Avoid alcohol and drugs, because it's not going to help. It's going to make your situation so much worse than what it is. Now, the eighth easy way on how to overcome these suicidal thoughts, guys, is remove knives, guns, anything that you feel can harm yourself, you can use to harm yourself or someone else. You want to get away from stuff like that, because it's not going to help you, and who knows, your suicidal thoughts might become so realistic that you might actually act on it. So if you have guns in the house, if you have sharp knives, machetes, and things of that nature, I think it's very, very important that you stay away from that, or you just get it out your presence, because you're a danger to yourself and others at this point in time, and that's not safe. Now, the ninth way on how to overcome these suicidal thoughts, guys, is get some rest. Sometimes it's just as easy as getting some rest. Sometimes we are so tired if we only get 3 hours of sleep or 4 hours of sleep that we're not thinking right. So yes, it is important to get the right amount of rest. So if you are someone who has insomnia, I suggest you take melatonin, or maybe you can ask your doctor for some type of sleeping pill that can help you to regulate your sleeping habits. Do what you got to do to make this work. Now, the 10th easy way on how to overcome these suicidal thoughts, guys, is to get out more and be around friends and family. I feel like it is important to be around friends and family, especially if you're having these suicidal thoughts quite often. Do not isolate yourself. Get out the house as much as you can. I'm a true believer that fresh air is therapeutic to anyone. Fresh air and a nice walk in the park can make so much of a difference. But I hope that those 10 easy ways on how to overcome these suicidal thoughts helps you guys. And if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this from me, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. And like I always say, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And of course, visit my website at shoploveronline.com. Until next time, guys, peace.